What up, what up? It's Prospector Phil here, gonna do another 3D printer filament review. This time I've got wood filament, which is, I guess it's, I don't know, some sort of PLA, but it's got wood ingrained in there, and it, funny enough, it actually smells like wood when you print it. But this brand is from AMZ 3D, which kind of sounds like, oh, let's make it for Amazon, because that's where I got it. And the whole thing just reeks of the Hatchbox brand, so I think it's probably the same company or somebody that ripped them off in China. But who really cares? As long as it works. We're going to load this spool up and print something else in a minute just to see, but here's a couple things I made. This here, little dice box. Hold my dice. And this was printed from this exact filament right here. So you can see the print lines. Now they say you can sand this, and if you see those lines there, I sanded this side just a little bit, and yeah, it sands a little bit, but it's not perfect. They also say you can stain it, but I've yet to find a stain that will hold. I mean, you put the stain on it and it acts like plastic. It doesn't act like wood. So I think there's wood in there, but I also think it's plastic, because PLA. And here's something else that I made. Now you can really see the print lines on this. Of course, I didn't sand this down at all. If you're wondering what this stupid little thing even is, well, I got my dice box. I got my metal dice. I need a way to display them. So there you go. A little way to display my little metal dice. Yay. Whoop-de-doo. So I think to give this an honest review, rather than just showing you, oh look, I made a couple things, whoop-de-doo, what I'll do is I'm going to load this spool in the printer back behind here, and I got a little crate lined up. I'm going to first I'll print it in this PLA wood, and then I'll just print it in ABS, and we can compare the difference. So here we go. So here's the print I'm gonna do. Just a little tiny wood crate. And if we look here, 17.6 grams of material, 1 hour and 26 minutes print time. So it's going to finish several hours before my bedtime. So hour and a half, we'll come check on. Alright, got the comparison prints here. We got ABS over here, and we got the wood PLA filament right there. The ABS one, my printer, it kind of shifted a little bit, but it still looks alright. So before we get into removing the raft and comparing them, one quick thing I wanted to show you is this little dice box. And I had sanded the bottom, so I just wanted to show you the difference. And get out. You can kind of see the difference between sanding and not sanding. That didn't do really well, but I mean, I was just using a sanding block, so I didn't really hit it very hard. But there is a difference between having it sanded and not sanded, especially the side that's facing the raft. That seems to come out the worst every time. So at least you can sand this stuff. It does feel kind of brittle. Sounds really brittle too. So let's get to these guys. And to remove them from the raft, we need some snippies and a paint scraper. This is one downside I've found about the wood filament, is it seems like it's a lot more difficult to remove from the raft than it should be. It still comes out fine. Usually it comes out fine, you can see on the other piece. But it is harder to remove. It seems like it's more brittle. But all we really need to do... Oops. We'll talk about brittle. Yeah. I need a lip underneath there that I can get the paint scraper in. And I just ruined everything. Maybe. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work at all. Okay, so I was talking about how the wood filament was brittle and the ABS just did the exact same thing. Didn't give me a single lip where I can get my paint scraper under and get that raft off of there. It just busted on the sides. So I got the whole raft underneath that. I'll try and clean that up, but that's like really lame. ABS doesn't usually do that. So let's try it with the wood. See if we got better luck with this. Nope. I just need a little corner to get that paint scraper under. Trying to just get that down just a little bit. Yeah, come on. Are you kidding? Well, that's pretty lame. It looks like I got more cleanup work than I should. I should just be able to peel the raft back a little bit and get that paint scraper right under there and go around. Usually I can, but obviously I'm making a video so I can't, because that would be way too easy. Oh, look. That's what I want right there. Just enough to get this in there. Yeah. And once you get your paint scraper in... Yeah. I spoke too soon. Let's get rid of this raft material. I'm having an easier time removing the raft from the wood than I am the ABS. So I'm going to try and clean these up, then we'll compare them. What a freaking mess. Yeah. Yeah, so I gave up halfway through on the ABS trying to get that raft off. Because that's just glued on there. That does not want to come off at all. Now keep in mind, same printer, same print settings. I finally got the raft off of the wood piece. Most of it. There's this little piece here. But I think, I mean, you can see, that's how well the ABS raft came off, all this gray here. And then once I got the wood raft going, it came off fairly well. So in the top piece, it's got a little chunk right there. But otherwise, that raft came off really good. And this one, I think I can get that off without too much effort. Or too much blood loss. Maybe. If I can just get my scraper underneath there. Without slipping and slicing a finger. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I probably shouldn't film this because I don't want you guys to watch me lose a finger. That would not be good. But, kind of like that. Yeah, okay, so maybe that won't come off. Because I'm just going to slip again and end up going geek. Give me another scar. I got enough scars. The ABS gives me little goobies, but I got a few little goobies on the wood as well. At least I got the wood box together. That's more than I can say for the ABS POS. Print quality, pretty similar. The wood seems to pick up the asphalt a lot better, which makes it real fugly real quick. But real similar print qualities, but I think the wood came out better in this print. You can see just all these little weird goobies around there. And the biggest thing's removing the raft. If you can't remove the frickin' raft, well then what good is it? So I've never had too many problems with the ABS, but same printer, same print settings, and the wood was a lot easier to take care of. And actually come out with a functional print, somewhat functional. So I guess there's only one more test, and that's put it on the sander. Alright, this part might be a little bit difficult to film, but basically I'm just going to take the bottom of each one and throw it up against this sander here for a minute, and then we'll compare the results. Gonna try and get that raft off if I can. Boy, that reeks. That really reeks. And I got a whole bunch of gunkies on there. Ow. Ow, that's hot. Melted plastic is hot, people. There. Whole bunch of melted plastic. Yow. Owie. Okay, try the wood one. Well, at least that one smells a lot better. That actually smells like woodworking. Got kind of a pleasant smell to it. Well, I guess let's compare. Well, there's your comparison. Handful of seconds on the disc sander, and at least I got rid of most of the raft on the ABS, but that looks just as fugly as it did when I started. And the wood, you can still see the print lines, but that's a heck of a lot smoother. It does have a little edge, little lip right here where had it on the bottom part of the disc sander, but I think this one looks better. One more test, shall we? This feels pretty brittle compared to that. That one's got more of a thunk to it, even though it's the exact same print settings. This one's a lot lighter material. I can feel just picking them up. So let's see how strong it is. Deep. Well, if I can't break the wood, I can't break the ABS. Nope. Have to use a hammer. So it actually is pretty durable. A lot lighter than the ABS. I think the print quality comes out better. It's nice that you can actually sand it down a little bit. Can't get it perfect. Definitely looks a little bit better than that guy. Anyway, So that's my review. Now I got a stupid little wood crate and something that's going in the garbage, which is where most of my prints end up. So hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I got a lot more coming down the pipeline. So stay tuned. Thanks again.